Kazakhstan from above.
The heart of Kazakhstan is its young but incredibly stunning capital, Nur-Sultan. On the initiative of the Basty Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev, in 1998, the Akmola provincial town was renamed to Astana and presented to the world as a new capital of the Republic. Over several decades, a quite recently unremarkable provincial town in a bare steppe turned into a modern metropolis. In 2019, the capital was given a new name, Nur-Sultan. Today, this is a forward-looking, bright, strong, prosperous city, certainly worthy of detailed learning. One of the symbols of the modern capital is 105-meter Bayterek Tower, rising on the main square of the city. The monument symbolizes the idea of the ancient nomads about the tree of life, the Bayterek, which holds the earth with its roots and supports the sky with its crown. It also symbolizes the state that has preserved its historical roots, has solid foundation and focus on future prosperity. The territory of skyscrapers begins immediately behind the Bayterek. The glass skyscrapers, mostly occupied by offices, stand along both sides of Nurjol Boulevard. Abu Dhabi Plaza skyscraper is also here. It is considered the tallest building in Kazakhstan and Central Asia. The 75-story structure reaches 382 meters. The silhouette of the complex is visible from almost any point of the capital and even beyond. The top floor of the multifunctional complex offers a fascinating view of the entire capital. Holding the Expo 2017 International Specialized Exhibition in Astana has become one of the key events in the life of Kazakhstan. The main subject of the large-scale event was Energy of the Future, which was attended by 115 countries and 22 international organizations. The exhibition was attended by approximately 4 million people, 500,000 of which came from other countries. The Nur-Alem National Pavilion is preserved as the heritage of Expo. The structure is the largest spherical building in the world with a diameter of 80 meters and a height of 100 meters. The total area of the Expo 2017 exhibition complex is 174 hectares. The City Opera House stands out from the most of the new buildings in Nur-Sultan. It is decorated in a neoclassical style, not in a modern one, while emphasizing the Kazakh national identity. A whole team of architects from different countries worked on the project of the cultural item. An amazing structure of Kazakhstan capital is the Khan-Shatыр shopping center. This structure is built in the form of a huge tent similar to traditional yurts. The height of the building, designed by the famous English architect Norman Foster, is about 150 meters and total area is almost 130,000 square meters. The shopping and entertainment center is considered the largest tent in the world. Nur-Sultan is quite a young capital. Active construction is continuously underway. There is nowhere else so many cranes. A new mosque will open in Nur-Sultan soon. It will become the largest Muslim temple in Central Asia. The mosque will be able to accommodate up to 30,000 people. The height of its main dome is almost 90 meters, and the minarets will rise at a height of 130 meters. The capsule for the new mosque in the capital was laid by Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev. The religious complex will house a museum of Islam, a library, and a handicraft workshop. The modern metropolis is an even more delightful at night than in the daytime. Architectural lighting of Nur-Sultan is rapidly gaining the stream in the development of urban infrastructure. Illumination is used for lighting state and social facilities, as well as monuments and residential buildings. Night illumination of streets and lighting of buildings gives a special, colorful look to the city. It is not only beautiful, but also energy efficient. Walking around the night capital, you enjoy the decoration of the streets in the original way. City bridges and arches shining in different colors with the help of LED illumination, and the lanterns glow with neon shine. The sacred map of Akmola region offers an architectural monument of the Middle Ages, the Botagai Mausoleum. The height of the portal-domed structure is about 10 meters. The main facade of the mausoleum and its interior walls are decorated with cubic patterns. The plan of the Botagai majestic historical building, built in 1862 by Kazakh scientist and traveler Shokan Walikhanov, has survived to this day. Since the country's sovereignty, there has been a tendency towards an increase in the main indicators in agriculture. The steppe vegetation here is adapted to dry, hot summers. Haymaking is traditionally underway in the fields in autumn. The Akmola region ranks among the 3 main grain sowing regions in Kazakhstan. Over the past 10 years, there has been a significant growth in poultry farming. The modern cage equipment is installed at poultry farms for raising young birds and chickens, allowing to significantly increase the capacity of poultry buildings and increase poultry productivity. Akmola region is a large agro-industrial region of Kazakhstan and contributes significantly the food security of the republic. In all the districts of the region, there are opportunities for the development of meat and dairy farming. The creation of a grain belt around Nur-Sultan is one of the strategic priorities for the development of the region. Akmola region supplies the capital with more than a third of dairy and meat products. Vegetables almost completely supplies eggs and potatoes. The most delightful thing that can be found in the Kazakh steppe is a herd of free horses. The Great Steppe gave the world horse breeding and equestrian culture. Horses are the embodiment of natural beauty and grace. The steppe lives its own life, forming its own ecosystem. There is a Korgalzhin State Natural Reserve here in the Akmola steppes. It has been operating since 1968. Its area is 543,000 hectares. About 50% of this territory is water. There are more than 60 fresh and salt lakes in this unique area. The main ones are Tengiz without outlets and the flowing Korgalzhin. These are important nesting sites for millions of migratory birds. The Korgalzhin Lake can be considered an ornithological natural reserve as there are so many birds here. Wetland inhabitants of Tengiz Korgalzhin lakes are represented by 112 species, which is equal to 87% of birds known throughout Kazakhstan. Korgalzhin Reserve is in the UNESCO World Natural Heritage List and recognized as the first biosphere reserve in the Republic of Kazakhstan. The fauna of Akmola region is rich and varied. Wild animals inhabit amazing landscapes of the local nature. Cloven-hoofed mammals include mooses, roe deers, saigas, and argalis. Surprisingly, roe deers are capable of running at speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. These graceful cloven-hoofed mammals often live on farming lands. Tengiz is the largest saline reservoir without outlets in Central Asia, one part of which is located in the Akmola region and the other one in Karaganda region. The water surface area is 105,090 square kilometers. The inmost depth is 7 meters. There is no life in the bitter salty water, but the lack of fish is more than compensated by the fact that the lake is a home to a huge number of birds. In total, ornithologists count about 300 species of waterfowl and semi-aquatic birds. 22 of them are listed in the Red Book. The uniqueness of this lake is that it was chosen by exotic birds, the flamingos. This bright, unusual bird with a proud posture fascinates by its beauty. The world's northernmost breeding colony of pink flamingos is settled here, on the territory of the reserve. The lands of central Kazakhstan keep ancient artifacts in their depth left over many millennia by Khanate and nomadic people. The mausoleum of Joly Khan, the rebellious son of Genghis Khan and the father of Khan Batu, was built in the 13th century on the territory of Karaganda region. The important historical monument of medieval architecture is a powerful portal-domed structure. It shines with its sky blue dome and deep reddish-brown color of fired bricks in the light of the sun. Joly Khan was the beloved son of his formidable father, and during the division of the conquered possessions received the most of lands and glory. The pride of central Kazakhstan is the majestic mausoleum of Alasha Khan. It is believed that it is built in the honor of the ruler who contributed to the emergence of the three Juzes, expanded the borders of the Kazakh lands, and united them under his power. As soon as the monument came to the attention of scientists, it raised questions to which there are still no unambiguous answers. Who built it and in what era? Who was that person named by the people as Alasha Khan? The first descriptions of the monument date back to the 19th century, but it is clearly older than this time. Hence, there is an opinion that the grave of Genghis Khan himself could be hidden behind the name of Alasha. A sea oasis in the heart of Kazakhstan. Leisure on Balkhash Lake is very popular not only among Kazakhstan people but also among residents of neighboring countries. They like it for its clean sandy beach, the opportunity to sunbathe and swim to their heart's content, and for a lot of entertainment which is not inferior to that of the foreign resorts. There are numerous coves and inlets on the bank of Balkhash, settled by tourists willing to take a break from the bustle of the city. People come here especially to enjoy fishing. There are about 20 types of fish here. Fishing on the lake does not stop either in winter or in summer. A unique reservoir located in 3 regions at a time, an example, the Almaty, Zhambyl and Karaganda regions. This is the only water reservoir on the planet whose one part is fresh and the other salty. Balkhash ranks second among salt lakes after the Caspian Sea, and in terms of world scale, the 14th lake in the list. Its area is almost 16.5 thousand kilometers. The beauty and severity of the region merge together, conquering imagination with the large-scale expanses. The historical monuments of the Karaganda region and the unique Balkhash Lake, as well as the amazing Korgalzhin Nature Reserve in the Akmola region, are the wealth of central Kazakhstan. The heart of our fatherland is Nur-Sultan, a city embodying the aspiration of the independent state for the future, a symbol of the country's development and prosperity.